Good afternoon. Thanks to Gunhild and the entire EAT Forum staff for this tremendous opportunity to speak to you. The title of my talk is Investing in the Future. I think after the talk with Sir Bob this morning, I'm thinking of changing the title to Investing in Charisma, because that seemed to be the real linchpin to food system change. Now, Gunhild has obviously, done her end of the bargain. I think we all need to step it up a little bit, and I will do my best here this afternoon. So when I meet entrepreneurs, almost always there's been some formative event that has led them to start their companies. For many, it's personal or family health reasons. For some, it's sustainability, and still for others, it was seeing quite literally and figuratively the sausage being made and believing there had to be a better way. I'm sure many of you have similar stories for your deeper commitment to better food. For me, it was the simple act of walking into the Central Market in Valencia, Spain, and eating a peach in 2012. That peach was a food epiphany. I was not looking for an epiphany, food or otherwise. I was simply looking for lunch. But that peach was so sweet and so complex, it was unrecognizable to me. So I wondered, what were the peaches that I was eating my entire life, and why were they shadows of the real thing? This epiphany happened while I was on vacation from my job as co-founder and executive director of Launch, a global development public-private partnership that was funded by NASA, State Department, USAID, and Nike. At Launch, I had been developing a concept of systems investing. Systems investing for me is deploying capital across the entire system to minimize risk and to maximize the value of each individual company while moving the efficiency of that food system forward, whether that's an energy system, a water system, or as I was soon to discover, a food system. What are the market innovation trends? Who are the key stakeholders? Where are the key inflection points? Which are ripe for innovation and change? And which are entrenched, and why? In 2014, I co-founded S2G Ventures because I saw, as did my co-founder, both a problem and an opportunity. The problem was that the food system was broken and not capable of providing food that was nutritious, sustainable, flavorful, safe, and broadly accessible. The opportunity was that no venture fund had been born to sufficiently address that problem. My desire was to establish system investing as the core mission of S2G and to build a portfolio that represented investment not only into the individual companies, but into the entire system, and to move that system forward, to invest in the future. It is ultimately a tale of two systems: the existing legacy system, which was designed and optimized for convenience, affordability, and abundance, and a new emerging system, which is being designed but not yet quite optimized for authenticity, flavor, personalization, clean labels, and traceability. The challenge in front of all of us is, how do we marry these two systems together and to do it at scale? I see four primary drivers transforming the food system. My North Star guiding the food system is the changing consumer. Now, millennials and Gen Z are absolutely part of that, but so are shopping moms and aging baby boomers. We are all becoming increasingly focused on what we put into our bodies. In recent years, changing consumer has already shifted $18 billion of market share in the US from these legacy brands to these emerging brands. Whether you're big food, big ag, big retail, or even a new natural brand, you have a big job to reinvent your supply chain. Only then can you produce the ingredients, the products, the freshness, the clean labels at scale that this new consumer wants to buy. So what are these supply chain pressures? Well, there are many. but some include a net short global supply of organic food, the growing need for acreage for functionally endowed and biodiverse crops, food fraud, food waste, food safety, and of course, climate change. In 2015, Cargill, one of the leading supply chain and logistics companies, reported earnings down 14% for the first time in their history. And the CEO cited specifically the changing consumer as the reason why. So what are the solutions? Innovations in this area include climate adaptive seeds, biological farming, including biopesticides, hyperspectral imaging and other diagnostics, big data, and blockchain. Food is functional, even medicinal. I believe we're at the beginning of a new era in personalized nutrition, based on science, enabled by technology and data, and empowered by consumers who want to take greater control of their personal health and wellness. And with trends in global health, rising obesity levels, malnutrition, inflammation, and other digestive disorders, food is becoming an integral part of both preventative and therapeutic strategies for controlling, for reducing chronic disease and associated healthcare costs. The number 2 cause of sick days in the US is IBS, which has been estimated to generate $21 billion in lost productivity. Advances in the microbiome, prebiotics, probiotics, functional ingredients, and new platforms for personalized nutrition are all part of these solution sets. Flavor is a system. Flavor is inextricably linked to soil, to farming practices, to manufacturing and logistics. The era of decoupling flavor from all of those things and just adding it at the end to compensate for system deficiencies is over. As we get weaned off of sugar, fat, and salt, our natural cravings for real flavor will elevate, and flavor's evolutionary purpose, which is as a seductive signal to secondary compounds and a pathway to nutrition, will be restored and celebrated. From these drivers, I see several compelling transformative trends that are already moving this food system forward. Cheap calories to affordable nutrition, chemical to biological, data poor to data rich, commodity to identity, and so on. Now, these trends are all moving at different speeds and generally taking root in food for high-income consumers. But I believe that these trends will democratize over the next decade so that food that is increasingly real, healthy, and sustainable will become mainstream. As William Gibson said, the future is already here. It's just not evenly distributed. To date, S2G has made 27 investments in line with this core thesis of system investing. The fund is catalyzed through co-investment over $250 million into these companies. These companies are at different stages of development. S2G stands for Seed to Growth, which is a reference to our roots in food and agriculture, as well as the portfolio strategy. S2G does seed, venture, and growth stage investments, seed to growth. And we do it across the value chain, from soil to shelf. Here you can see the investments across the entire value chain. There's of soil, ag, ingredient, brands, food service, and food tech, as well across the seed, venture, and growth stage portfolios. Already in its relatively short history, S2G is showing that it is indeed possible to achieve both meaningful impact and returns. But this is just the beginning. I want to take the idea of system change in food and agriculture even further. Given the exceptional talent and passionate people participating in the EAT Forum, the dedication of each of you to be a positive force for better food, it is exciting for me to share with you a glimpse of a new organization that I have developed. We are still in organizational stealth mode, with our formal launch being and press announcement being later this fall, but I thought I'd take this occasion to give you kind of a sneak peek. It's called Food Shot. In venture investing, even systems investing, a portfolio generally evolves company by company, opportunistically over time. But what if, instead, we started with the problems first? What are the challenges for us as a global community that we want to solve? And once these challenges are identified, how can we catalyze groundbreaking solutions and transform them into opportunities for change? Not incremental change, but real change. True moonshots for better food. FoodShot is building an integrated capital network of equity, debt, and prize dollars to tackle some of the most important food system challenges. We will support and empower food system change agents, whether they are companies, researchers, social entrepreneurs, or public policy advocates. We are forming a collaborative group of thought leaders, funds, and foundations to focus on specific food system challenges. While these will develop organically over time, possible challenges areas could be feeding the microbiome, de-sweetening the food supply, accelerating organic acreage, total food transparency, or food secure cities. I am so excited to share this vision with you and look forward to partnering with interested organizations and fellow change agents when we launch later this year. If I've heard one message consistently over the last 2 days, food system change will need to be a collaborative effort between innovation, investment, industry, and policy. No one fund, company, organization, or even country can alone catalyze the change needed. This will be a global effort. The changes in the food system are coming fast, faster than I originally believed when I first ate that peach. But so are the challenges. With my work building S2G and now FoodShot, I've been personally inspired to create platforms that use system investing to unlock the opportunities from challenges and to create real impact and meaningful returns. But I am especially inspired that in recent years, a robust ecosystem of funds, accelerators, foundations, and thought leader summits, like Eat Forum, is connecting all of us. Together, we will invest in the future and transform the food system into one that is healthy, sustainable, and equitable. Thank you.